Hey, hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Brian,
I'm Wolf.
and this is X Minutes, the podcast that is going through the longest-running superhero franchise at the time of recording, X-Men, one glorious, evolving minute at a time. We're in minute 11, and on a personal note, enjoy this hair for the next 10 minutes because the next time we're recording, I'm going to look like Obadiah Stane from Iron Man. Shave it all off.
Nice.
The closest I will look to Xavier in my life, if definitely head-wise, if not body mass index. You're a lot closer to that, Wolf.
Wow.
But, Wolf, what happened in this minute?
Yeah, so in this minute, what we see, this is our first introduction to Wolverine, or Logan. He seems to be participating in some sort of underground Canadian fight club thing. So,
Yeah,
uh,
he's
but,
uh, he's the best at what he does, but what he
yeah.
does is take it personal if you kick him in the nuts.
Yes, yes, as we all should.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was the original tagline to X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Yeah, it's pretty grimy in this building. I don't know if you noticed. Let me see if I can go back here.
Yeah, it's definitely darkly lit. There's one central light over the ring, and a few fluorescents around the place.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got makeshift bleachers that just look like tables on top of tables, or chairs on top of tables on top of tables.
Yeah, and like what I find really fascinating too, when Rogue she starts walking up to the cage, she notices that an unconscious man is just being dragged out of the ring. So that lets us know that Logan is not messing around. He's got just what is it? It's probably about. Has it been 100 years? Is he 100 years by now? 100 years old?
Oh, I don't know. I know that he's been through every war.
Yeah, he's got a lot of PTSD
Yeah.
built up, so he's taking it out right here. We can see. So
I mean, if the knocked out guy wasn't enough, the fact that the next guy gets the warning of don't kick him in the balls, even though anything goes
right,
in
yeah,
this arena, you still warn that. It's, yikes. That's not a
and like
situation I would want to be in. I don't think
think
I'd
it
want to be in
around.
any no holds barred fight, but a no holds barred fight that as soon as I get in the ring, they're like, hey, by the way, don't do everything.
Right, like you see it
Right after he
around.
says, our savior.
Right, around like 37 seconds. We see Logan just slam a shot of whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
He's just yeah, it's like everything he does is just so hardcore. I love it.
And I was just I think it was a new Rockstars video. They were talking about the increased metabolism of Captain America, and Philip Molina was saying for Captain America to be drunk, he would have to start out minute one taking 9 shots, and
Oh wow.
then having to take another shot once every 10 minutes to stay technically inebriated.
Oh my gosh. Like
So
is it
that
even
made
worth it
me
at that point?
think. Definitely not at a bar paying that much, but it made me think of in this minute seeing that Wolverine has a healing factor which Captain America does
Oh
not
yeah.
have. His metabolism must be so much faster.
Mm-hmm.
And I just wondered how much he would have to drink to
Yeah.
feel inebriated at all.
Let's see. I really one other thing I like how like the announcer guy is it's almost like what do you call it like a circus announcer. He's got like the hat on and like he's like step right
Those are
up
his
and see the
elephants.
yeah right. He's like or like some sideshow. See the impervious man, or whatever. Yeah.
Now you tell me at like 47 seconds.
Uh-huh.
What time do you think is that in the background? Do you think it's
Okay.
12:15 or 3 a.m.?
Let's see. Oh.
It's between the
Um.
announcer and their savior.
It looks like. Yeah, that might be 3. From what I
3
can see,
a.m.
it's a little blurry, yeah, but it looks like 3. So, I don't know if that has anything to do with anything. Maybe, I know, like, in a lot of exorcism movies, 3 a.m. is like the eternal witching hour to, like, mock 3 p.m., which is supposed to be when Christ rose from the dead. But I don't know if that has anything to do with X-Men. But, yeah.
Yeah. And let me get your feel on this. I'm guessing that he's kicking the abdomen at the end, but do you
Oh,
think he's kicking his nuts on accident?
let me see.
Right near
I,
the
you
end of the
know,
second, those few
I
couple
think
kicks.
I think he gets the sack once by complete accident.
Ooh,
And
ooh.
yeah, I mean he was warned, but he didn't
Uh,
really listen.
yeah, no. I love that this announcer just is playing it up so that they can get people to basically volunteer to sacrifice themselves. He's
Yeah,
like, you gonna let him walk away with your money? Instead of saying, the smart bet would be betting on this guy.
right. Yeah,
He's like, and calls him, this is our savior. And he's like, uh, what I took from it is him saying, don't hit him in the nuts, it'll make it personal, was him saying, you will lose no matter what. But if
yeah.
you want to lose less painfully, avoid
Don't
this area.
avoid the
Yeah.
nutsack.
Yeah. There's 2 buttons. There's a self-destruct button, and there's a self-destruct button with waterboarding first.
Yes,
Choose the
exactly.
self-destruct button if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I don't. Let's see here. I don't think. Are we? Let's see. The sound effect they use when he's getting punched or whatever. That's a little interesting to me. It's like that, like clanking or whatever. I think it's going to be more in the next segment, but I find it funny. Like since his skeleton is adamantium, you know, I mean, that probably wouldn't happen in real life, but it is pretty interesting. Especially when I first saw it, I was like, wow, they really, yeah, this
Is
is
it
really
because
going
of the
down.
metal gates around them?
Okay.
Probably.
That's smart if
It's
they
like,
made it metal to kind of tease that. I do like when he's getting hit. One of the onlookers is a woman with glasses and a gray, like, waterproof jacket. What are
oh,
those
yes,
called?
she looks
Windbreakers?
out of place. Like,
Yeah,
completely
this
out
is
of
definitely
place.
not the fully generic crowd you'd see in a movie like this, and I appreciate that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, we got the green hood again for Rogue. I'm trying to look around, see more. Yeah, there's smoking inside. I don't know if that's a sign of the times or the location. And then I just want to shout out that fire that they have going on
Yeah.
again
Yeah.
in the
That,
metal tin.
yeah, like, I don't think I've ever seen one of those in real life, like an oil drum filled with
Yeah,
wood and fire, but I imagine it's very, very warm, especially in
I've
a.
I've seen it driving, like been past it. I do want to shout out one more person. One of the people dragging the knocked out guy at 18 seconds, he has a chain link for either his keys
Oh,
or his wallet. And I
yeah.
totally had one of those. I had
Yeah.
literally, it was bike locks, so it could only lay one way back
Yeah.
in the day. But that was
Yeah.
so inconvenient, so impractical.
Right.
Anything else for minute 11, Wolf?
Nothing else on my end.
Yeah, we still haven't even really seen Logan's face. It's smart. He's backlit by that main fig construct of all the fluorescent lights above the ring. And
You know,
yeah,
like it was the same with Magneto in the beginning.
yep.
You see, his face was hidden until that final, like that reveal. You know, so I think they're going for that same, like, aha moment.
I wonder if they are doing that with these two characters because they will be the main forces fighting over Rogue. Does that make sense? Does
Oh,
that
yeah,
sound
yeah.
misogynistic?
No, I mean, like
Fighting
they really
for
do.
Rogue. Yeah.
Like, I think I mean, clearly Wolverine wants to save her, and Magneto wants to use her as a weapon. So yeah, technically they are fighting, over her. So
And
yeah.
plus, they will be drawn to each other
Mm-hmm.
like a metal skeleton to a magnet.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
dump.
Da-ding. I wish I had a drum set here. I would do it.
Oh man, I completely off topic thing, but I remember a long time ago when Book of Mormon was still in Chicago. I went on a first date with somebody, and they were incredibly smart and clever, and we went on this like 2 minute pun, like ping pong pun,
Oh.
where we just kept hitting it back and forth. And every time I feel something like that winding down, I love to just put a button on it by saying, yeah, sometimes I like to throw two drums and a cymbal off a high cliff, but just either it'll have a bigger reaction or it'll be like, aha,
Yeah. Right.
that's a nice epilogue. And you have to be like technically smart to
Yes.
make puns and be
Exactly.
that quick and especially go back and forth for that length of time. And then she responded, yeah, I don't know that much about instruments.
Wow.
Which, yeah, it's not, she wasn't dumb. And I wouldn't be telling this story if the punchline that she was. But there was just a couple times where there was these weird gaps in knowledge. I'm like, you just went through that whole pun game and then
Right.
tripped you up. What? And then there were a
Right.
couple more of those that was like, you know what? We're having a fun time, but this does feel good to say friend zone.
Yeah, right. It's like
We
halfway
just
through the
went
conversation.
I was like, this is a great lunch or whatever. But then we went to Book of Mormon, and I was like, this is just friends now. And
Yeah, right.
another sidebar, an older woman next to me, like we were really close to the stage. These are the most expensive tickets I could get at the box office, which is all the ways the way. Skip Ticketmaster. But me and her look like, oh, you splurged. And this married couple looked like, oh, you belong here. But this married woman, I will love her forever because she, before it all started, she was like, do you want the rest of my Twizzlers? I was like, oh, no, thank you. I just ate. And then she goes, are you sure? Because it has Rahabathezaline red 5 just starts listing off all the abhorrent ingredients that are in that, and I was like, still no, but that is a great joke and I love you forever for that. I will use it whenever I can.
You should be like, it's got riboflavin? Sign me up.
That's probably what I was thinking.
To
Like
this day,
whatever
I don't
color
know
is it
what that
red?
is, right?
I think it's just food coloring, isn't? I don't know. But I love that her last ditch effort to convince me was, "Are you sure this is chemical horribleness?" Anyway, that's why we got these minutes to go on tangents. But that's all I
Heck
got
yeah.
for this minute. Did you say
Yep.
that was all you had for this?
Yeah, that's all I got.
Cool beans. Thank you so much, peeps. I don't know why I just called you peeps. We'll see you in minute 12 as we evolve along this journey. Mutate.
Peace out.
Countdown minute. Counting down to bald. 10.